What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. This is Griffin. We're gonna do kind of like a 2020 breakdown video. Uh, we did one for Asher, the baby, my son, a week and a half ago, some point in there, uh, and you guys really enjoyed that. So we're gonna do one for me. Uh, Pretty much talk about as a content creator. There are some of these videos at the beginning that you guys probably aren't going to recognize any of their eyes. I want to apologize for the quality of some of these videos. I wanted to include the natural quality of these videos so it would kind of show um, the transition from when I started till now. I'm not a perfect, successful content creator. I still have a lot of room to learn, and I still have a lot of room to grow. But I've been making videos on YouTube since about July, August, somewhere in there. There was a couple of months where I didn't make any videos. I just kind of went to the parks and just had fun. But yeah, but we're gonna go from start to finish. From an enthusiast point of view, my enthusiast ideals kind of started at Magic Springs. First, it became like a hobby to just ride roller coasters, and then it was, Magic Springs, riding everything in Magic Springs from X Coaster to the Gauntlet to Arkansas Twister, and then going back and forth riding them all day. And then I kind of just wanted to take it to the next level. Because the roller coasters there weren't intense enough for me. I wouldn't get the adrenaline fix that I would. Like I got an adrenaline rush the very first time I rode Batman the Ride at Six Flags Over Texas, and early in middle of June ish or whatever. And then I would make a trip to Six Flags Fiesta Texas the following month, the weekend of 4th of July, which that weekend wasn't even packed. It was busy, but everything was still a walk-on, so it was great. And we did the 50 ride challenge, and I think that was going to be my first video, but it was all on my phone, and then I had no way to compile all of it. And then I think it turned out to be like 2 hours long. And so there wasn't enough space on my phone to compile the video. And I didn't think about, trying to find free editing software online to do it. And then when I tried to do it, it turned out all messed up. So eventually I was like, you know what, just screw it. Let's just not worry about it. So we did the 50 ride challenge at Fiesta, Texas in the middle of the summer. But what made it so easy was it was in the middle of the pandemic. So everyone was scared to go to the amusement park. There was like, the park was barely operating, but it was open normal hours. It opened like 7 or 8 hours. So I was able to get it done. And it was great going to the amusement park then because every ride was a walk-on. Like I think I rode Iron Rattler like 26 times in one day. The second day I was at the park, and then I rode Wonder Woman. I just kept riding that thing. I think I rode it like 10 or 12 times. I rode Poltergeist a whole bunch too until I started getting dizzy, and then I was like, okay, let's go ride something else. So. But yeah, that was fun. It was a great trip, and I went to Fiesta, Texas, and after that weekend, dude, I was just absolutely in love with Fiesta, Texas. And I was like, every month I would make a San Antonio trip. We made our last one in November. We didn't want to make one in December because of the strenuous finance issues that we're going to be having at the first of the year. It's really not financial stress or financial issues at the first of the year. It's that we've got a big vacation that costs about $4,000. So we're going to kind of minimize the money we spend on our trip. So that way we can be able to take that trip with the kiddo since we already promised it. We'll be returning to Fiesta, Texas in July. And then we'll do Fiesta, Texas trips probably just like we did this year. We'll do them next year, starting in the end of the summer into like starting in July, just like this year. July, August, September, October, and then we'll do it in November, and then December we'll do the same thing we do this year. So we're going to try to build some consistency with our trips, and 2021, which kind of reflects on 2020. overall in my life period, 2020 has been like a really, it's been a really great year. We had the Magic Springs, and then we had Six Flags Over Texas. Uh, we did Six Flags Fiesta Texas. We did SeaWorld San Antonio, which when I went there, you know, and I rode Steel Eel. It was the first roller coaster I rode there, and so that was fun. I was a little nervous to get on it, and then the first ride I got on it was in the back, and that was a big mistake. Never again. And then we rode Wave Breaker and got my first ride in the summer on Texas Stingray. That was definitely probably the best new ride for me. Was Texas Stingray. It wasn't the best ride of the year for me. I think the best ride of the year is a tie, actually, because I can never pick one over the other, and that's Wonder Woman or Iron Rattler. They're both really great rides. They're both RMCs, but I can never pick one over the other because they're both intense rides. They both have intense drops. They both have good elements, and they both have really great pacing, and they're both good rides. So I have a really difficult time saying which one's better than the other. Like, if you go back and watch my Fiesta Texas video, you'll hear me talking about the same thing when it comes to both of those rides, which one's better. And I never can pick one over the other because they're both RMCs, they're both amazing and great rides. So it's just, I can't do it, bro. I can't. I mean, if I did like a complete breakdown, then I would say, you know, statistically, which one would be better, you know, but overall, they're still going to be my top favorites at that park. My favorite roller coaster at Six Flags Over Texas. If you've watched any of my videos of when I go to Over Texas and you've seen how much I ride this, you'll probably already know it's Mr. Freeze, Reverse Blast. Second would be New Texas Giant, and third would be Shockwave. Titan is not in any of those because that ride is overhyped. In my opinion, that ride is extremely overhyped. The only thing I like about that ride is riding it in the back. When you're getting ready to go to the double helix, you get a little airtime in the back, one bout of ejector, little bit of ejector, and then you get the double helix. So in the back, it seemed to be a little bit faster. But aside from that, the rest of the ride is just meh. It's just meh. So not much talking about. Six Flags St. Louis. Favorite ride there, obviously, is going to be Mr. Freeze. The only difference between Mr. Freeze at Six Flags St. Louis and Mr. Freeze at Six Flags Over Texas is the color of the track. Same closed circuit Mr. Freeze ride. But I do believe the one at Six Flags St. Louis breaks down a lot more than the one at Over Texas. They both break down quite a bit, but I think the one at St. Louis breaks down a little bit more. If any of you guys that go to Six Flags St. Louis have been there and have also been to Over Texas, what are you guys' opinion on that? Which one do you think breaks down more versus which one's better? I think they're both the same ride, and I both have the same experience on them when they're running. But every time I go to Over Texas, Mr. Freeze has been running. I've been to Six Flags St. Louis twice, and it was down one whole day I was there. So we didn't get to go to Six Flags Over Georgia this year. I was really wanting to, but you know, shit happens, man. You know, we started having too much fun being able to take the baby on trips with us and stuff like that. So it was just kind of scrapping what I wanted to do to be able to, you know, see his reaction and let him have some fun. But that we'll probably do a Six Flags Over Georgia trip. Definitely sometime next year. We're not exactly sure when or how, but we're probably going to do it. We took the baby to his first trip to San Antonio. That was an interesting trip. I was kind of disappointed in the trip because we got rained out most of it. It was raining almost all day at Six Flags Fiesta Texas that day. It stopped for a little bit, but it was cloudy and it was a really rough day. But we tried to do what we could to try to accommodate, but then, you know, it is what it is. And then the next day we went to SeaWorld for the Christmas lights and stuff, and they closed early, so we didn't even get a chance to do it. So, and it was like, well, we should go back before Christmas. And I'm just like, it's just not worth going all the way down 7 hours away to visit one park. So we'll see it again next year. It's no big deal. Weather in South Texas, man. The winter in Texas is wet and rainy. And then we got to experience Holiday in the Park for the first time. We got to experience Hollow Fest, or this is originally called Fright Fest, but I think they call it Hollow Fest because they wanted to keep everybody at a distance with the pandemic and everything. I felt like both parks did a good job with Hollow Fest, but Fiesta Texas Hollow Fest was way nicer. It was way better. But both parks are really fun, and I think around that time, Six Flags Over Texas finally got them a new president, and he tried making changes, but it was just at the tail end of Hollow Fest. There's not much you can do. But it was still great. Then we got to experience Holiday in the Park at both parks the same weekend. Holiday in the Park at Fiesta Texas and Over Texas. I think we rated Over Texas to be better than Fiesta Texas was. But I think if Fiesta Texas, had all their operations and everything done, I haven't been there recently, but I have seen pictures and videos of others that have been there. So they run a pretty tight race between the two parks as far as which one's better at Holiday in the Park right now. But they're both great parks, and then in less than 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks away, we'll be going to Six Flags Over Texas for like 5 days. So we'll be getting a hotel in Arlington for a good 5-6 days. I think we're going to Epic Waters. One day we're going to take the kids to the aquarium, Sea Life in Grapevine, Texas. We'll spend half a day there, then the other half at Six Flags, and then I think we're doing 3 full days at Six Flags. So we've already got hotels and everything set up for that, so we're good to go. And then after that, we have a Texas Thrill Seeker event in Dallas on the 9th at the Epic Waters. It's on a Saturday that I'm off work. So we'll go to that event that Saturday, and then we'll get a hotel room that night, and we'll go to Six Flags Over Texas that Sunday. And then I don't think we'll do anything else in January. But 2021 is going to be great. It's going to be better than 2020. I mean, we got Disney World in Florida coming up in like 170 days. So 2021 is definitely a lot of positive things going in 2021. I've been making videos since June, July, somewhere in the summer. I have to go back and look, but it's been fun. I enjoy the ride, and if there's at any point in any video that you guys are watching and you say, hey, you're doing this, but maybe if you do this, it'd be a little bit better. I'm not one to sit there and ban you from my channel. If you give me criticism that you feel is going to try to help me and help the channel, I always welcome other people giving me criticism, because accepting criticism helps you get better. So I'm all for accepting any kind of criticism that you guys want to give, whether it's about thumbnails, whether it's about videos, if it's about anything. I'm always all ears and always open to criticism. But 2020 has been great. Hell, we got to take the baby on freaking a bunch of flat rides, and we got to take him on the log ride, and he had a blast with the fireworks, and so we even got to take my mom's to Six Flags to San Antonio one weekend. We got to scare the crap out of her. That was fun as shit. She's sitting there closing her eyes and on Superman, and she didn't want to ride anything else after that. She was like, "Fuck this shit." I'm pretty sure she was thinking in the back of her mind, "I'm gonna kill that motherfucker." So, it is what it is. Kids grow up to be able to terrorize their parents. That's the whole point of it. But 2020's been great, man. 2021's looking even better. We're probably not gonna do a trip breakdown video of 2021. We'll just continue what we've been doing, month to month thing, because I don't want to make a video on an entire year's trips and then monkey wrench gets thrown in the pipes and it messes it all up. But the one thing is confirmed for 2021, and that is the Florida trip. That is definitely confirmed, and that is definitely happening. and I've got previous videos. I'll link that at the end of the video. I'll link the Florida trip breakdown we did a couple of days ago, and then the vlog from Six Flags yesterday, so you guys can check that out. Well, that's pretty much going to do it for this one, man. I just wanted to do something short and sweet, something, you know, to kind of reflect back on the year. It's been a great year for me. I really enjoyed it, and it's been a great ride so far. We've been 4 or 5 months content creating, so let's keep it going. Let's keep growing, and let's keep, you know, let's keep bringing people in. And I appreciate each and every one of you that come and watch my videos, even if it's not 10,000 or 1,000,000 people watching my videos. I appreciate the few people that do watch, and it means a lot to me that you guys can come in here and actually get pleasure from watching the content. It's great, and I really feel grateful that I'm able to actually put stuff out and that you guys can actually enjoy it. But yeah, man, that's going to do it for this one. And if you're not subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, man. It's free. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps my channel grow. It helps me out a ton, and I would very much appreciate it. Well, that's going to be it for this one, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right.